This will be a second look at this boombox, this time in more detail. This unit from years gone by is a SABA RCP650, and SABA is an abbreviation for Schwarzwälder Apparatebaue Anstalt, the translation being Black Forest Device Building Institute. And the company was established in 1923 in Germany. This machine's from 1986, and the date code on the motor is 5th of July 1986. Let's have a look at its features. Let's turn the unit on. And here we've got a tuning knob. Here we've got a band selector for FM, AM, which also corresponds to MW, standing for middle wave, long wave and short wave. There's a FM mode of mono and stereo, and an AFC switch, which is like a lock for your FM station. There is also a tape selector for normal tapes, chrome tapes and metal tapes, which metal tapes, it says here, for playback only, so it's not able to record on metal tapes to their full capability. We've got Dolby noise reduction. Here we've got a selector for radio, tape, and an auxiliary input for CD or whatever else you might have, and a phono for your record player. The sliding volume controls. Let's check out the radio.
You got the tunes from Silverchair, Flume, Hilltop Hoods, and like just too many.
This is FM stations, and we've got a tuning strength light that comes on here. And that works regardless of the band selector. That means it works on AM stations as well. When you find a strong station, that light comes on. Long waves. And that light also works on long waves. Not a particularly strong station here, but it works. And short waves. There's not much on short waves that we can pick up at the moment. And that is your radio section. Down the bottom here we've got a power on, power off button, and a headphones jack, and microphone in and out, well, left and right I should say, and a remote control jack for triggering those microphones. As far as the cassette section goes, here I've got a period BASF LH Extra 1 ferrochrome cassette, and that's a German made cassette in a German cassette deck. Let's have a look how that sounds. Switch it over to tape and turn the volume up. There is a 5-band graphic equalizer. This very cassette was recorded on this very cassette deck, and this cassette deck has only got automatic recording levels, and with automatic recording levels, it plays back at -6 decibels on a proper deck with a proper scale. So that's a recorded on this cassette deck. Let's listen to the same tune recorded on a different cassette deck, recorded with a cassette deck with level controls and bias controls. Now with a Type 1 cassette, there's probably not much difference on this equipment anyway. Let's play a chrome tape on this now. Looking inside the cassette well, you can see a 2-head deck. Looks like the pinch roller needs a bit of a clean. A proper raise head on this one. And the transformer does make some sort of buzzing noise that's annoying if you leave it on. Looking at the back of the unit, we've got an external aerial on top of the unit, a solid handle. The unit is 6.6 kilos in weight. We've got power in and speakers out here, and a 12-volt input, 12 to 15-volt input there as well. There's a phono input for your record player, and auxiliary input for your CD player, I guess, or for your smartphone these days, and a line out pair of jacks. The speakers are well built, solid units from compressed chipboard, and sound pleasant and solid. This was the first cassette deck that I've replaced the belts on. The cassette transport mechanism used in this machine has a Japanese origins, and I've seen this mechanism on some entry-level component decks, a Pioneer just to name one. Now the rest of the electronics is also Japanese, probably only being assembled in Germany within the SABA design exterior. Interestingly, there was a North Mender Discorder 5694 that came with a similar looking outward design, and had identical internals and a similar external design. And this is a SABA 1986 Boombox range from that year, and the star of this video being the second one from the top, and a twin cassette well version of the same machines at the very bottom. And here's the same tune recorded on this cassette recorder, and then the next tune, same tune but recorded on a cassette recorder with adjustable bias, a tape tuning, and manual level adjusting for recording. And this is like recorded with manual level recording, bias adjustment, and also with Dolby B noise reduction. On a different deck. And this recording has got a bit more level to it, as you can see by the output level lights. The output level lights do not work during recording because there's no manual input level. This does not work for recording, so they do not work during recording. The battery compartment that takes 6 D cells is big enough to take your cord with you and stash it in there if you're transporting the DAC to another location that you're going to use the power at. That is handy. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you to the subscriber who requested this video. You know who you are, and see you all in the next or the previous video.